Is that too much information? I'm gonna go with no, because I feel like we're all friends here, so you know a little bit more about me. Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be 10 things that I wish I knew before I had a baby. Some of these are going to be like little tips for you. Some of these are going to be things that you guys have probably heard before, but maybe you just need to hear them again from somebody that has just gone through it. So I hope you enjoyed this video and let's just get started. So number one is one of those things that you've all heard before, but I feel like people and first time mums especially need to hear this when they have a newborn. Leave the housework. I wish I listened to this. Honestly, I wish I could go back, because as soon as Lila Rose hit 3 months, everything changed and I had to be up and about a lot more with her. If you're somebody that's like me and you were like, right, it needs to be perfect when we have visitors, my visitors didn't even care. They didn't even notice what the house was like because they were too busy staring at the newborn baby. So leave it and enjoy yourself. Get everybody else to do whatever you need them to do and just relax. You've just brought life into the world. And that is my first point. Just don't feel an ounce of guilt about anything around the house that might need doing. You've just brought life into the world. Relax. Enjoy yourself before you don't get the chance to relax any longer. Number two is one that I wish people told me more when I first had Lila Rose, and that is to not worry so much about having a routine. If you're watching this video, then you're obviously somebody that likes to come to YouTube maybe for advice or just entertainment. So you might be a bit like me and you might go and watch these newborn routines, the newborn morning routines, day routines, and just think that their lives look absolutely lovely. It's all put together and just everything looks like a breeze for them. This is partly the reason why I did my video the other day of reality of a morning with a baby, because I did spend 3 months watching those kind of videos, and I did spend 3 months beating myself up because I thought that I was meant to be in this eat, play, sleep routine, or whatever the routine is, that I should have it all figured out quite quickly with a newborn, that I should be able to learn her cry, that I should be able to comfort her and know why she's crying. And then it came with all sorts of emotions like guilt and anger, like you should be in a routine or you're doing things wrong. Honestly, for the first, I would say 4 months or so, you really don't need a routine, especially if you're breastfeeding or even just demand feeding in general. It is tough for the first couple of months, but your baby will soon sort themselves into a routine of their own. And then even if that's a routine that you don't like, by about 3 months, 4 months, you can then start changing the routine yourself and they will get used to that. Please don't feel guilty or pressured or like you're a bad mum just because you haven't got this routine in place or you just don't understand your baby. Honestly, 100% of us when we're first time mums don't understand what is going on with our baby. That is definitely a point that I wish people told me more when I first had Lila Rose. Number 3 is a little tip for you guys. So if you guys are actually first time mums or you're currently pregnant, then I'm going to show you 2 items, 2 purchases that really helped me personally. I just thought I'd include these. So the first one I've talked about in a couple videos, and that is the sound machine. So this one's actually from Argos or Amazon. It's only like £15. So we went for something quite cheap because we thought if Lila Rose didn't take to it, then at least we haven't spent too much on it. So I will leave a link down in the description for this one if you're interested, because it is a portable, so you can take it out in the car as well. But I didn't actually have this until Lila was 8 weeks old, and we actually found that this sound machine with like the static noise and the beach waves really helped Lila to go through the night. I've said it in a couple videos, but I really do put it down to this machine, which is why I think Lila Rose slept through the night so quickly. So obviously every baby's different, but I thought I would include that. For £15, you might as well try that if you are just considering a sound machine. The other thing I found works really well for us are these Huggies pure water wipes. So these are 99% pure water, and we've had these ever since birth. I've never found the need to try any other wipes because we've never had any nappy rash. These are so lovely and sensitive. I actually use them on my own hands as well to wipe my hands after I've changed Lila's nappy. And if you guys watch my other videos, you'll know that I have extremely bad eczema and cuts. You can literally see it on camera. So I find these are really gentle. They're so lovely on the skin, and obviously the 99% pure water is going to be better as well because there's no chemicals. So I thought I'd just add those in because I find that we haven't had any nappy rash at all, so I didn't know if that would be something that might work for your baby as well. Number 4 is another one that I feel like new mums need to hear, because I do get a lot of struggling mums message me, and this is "this too shall pass." So I've said it in another video, but I'm going to say it again because I know you guys need to hear it. Please know that whatever phase your baby is going through, it will pass, and I feel like telling yourself that over and over again makes it easier. For example, I think Lila Rose is going through a major teething stage at the moment where she is just grouchy all day, and just telling myself that it will pass, she is just a baby, she can't help help it. We all went through it at some point and we all annoyed our mums just as much as she's annoying me right now. I feel like telling myself that makes it a lot easier to be a lot more patient with her. And yeah, I thought I'd include that one because I feel like that's something that new mums need to hear. Number 5 is one that I've learnt myself again, and that is not to go crazy buying. Now, I would like to say that me and Rick were pretty good when it came to this. We didn't overspend too much, but there was one thing that we could have spent loads of money on, and this is why I want to include this point. So we got a bouncer and we actually got that second hand to try and save us money, but we were also toying with the idea of having a swing as well. And when Lila Rose arrived, she wouldn't always take to her bouncer, so we were looking at these really posh, I think it's Joey swings. I'm not sure if that's how they're pronounced, but I think it's a Joey swing. They're a brilliant swing. They're not like your standard swing that just goes back and forth. They go up and down, they kind of rock, they vibrate, they do all sorts of things. And we were looking at these and they were like nearly £200. So when we weren't sure about buying one for ourselves, we actually ended up borrowing one from our friend. And Lila Rose did take to it immediately for 2 days. Literally, she loved it. It kept her calm for about 2 days straight. And then 2 days later, it wasn't doing anything for her. I just thought, thank God we didn't just go and spend £200 on that. Obviously, every baby is different and there are probably babies out there that absolutely take to that swing and that is so worth them spending £200. But the point I'm trying to make is that we could have spent that £200 and that would have been a complete waste for us. There are so many people out there that go and just buy brand new, massive, expensive, like £90 bouncers, different swings, really expensive toys, really expensive clothes. And actually, when it comes down to it, your baby isn't going to know what they're wearing. They're going to be puking and pooing on it most of the time. So all I'm trying to say is it will save you so much money and so much time if you just go with those simple things. And when your baby arrives, you will soon know what kind of things you could buy for them and what kind of things they actually would like. Number 6 is definitely for all you mums, and that is to go and buy yourself adult nappies and breast pads. Actually, we'll go with breast pads as well. I'm not kidding, I'm 6 months down the line and I'm still wearing those adult nappies for my periods. Is that too much information? I'm gonna go with no, because I feel like we're all friends here, so you know a little bit more about me. 6 months down the line, still using those adult nappies. I really do highly recommend to anybody that has had a baby, please go get yourself some adult nappies. I'm actually gonna leave my favorite ones on the screen right here because I've tried these other black ones, I can't remember what the brand is, and they really weren't very comfortable or absorbent at all. So I will leave it on the screen here of my favorite ones. Also get yourself some breast pads as well, because whether you're breastfeeding or not, you will definitely have leakage. So that is just a little tip for you, especially for first time mums. There's a little tip for you there. Number 7 is another tip that I learned along the way, and that is to keep your lighting relatively low when it comes to night feeds. So obviously at the start you're probably waking up a couple times a night and you don't really want your baby to get to the stage where they're fully awake for the night feed, because then it would be really hard to get them back to sleep. So even sometimes a lamp like my bedside table one here is a bit too bright. So you can either get baby night lights, which kind of just gives a nice little warm glow, or if you're a little bit like me and you're not sure that you want to go and spend the money on a night light, then I actually ended up having the bathroom light, which is in the middle of our landing. I hope this is going to make sense. I used to have that light on and then keep my bedroom door open. So I kind of got this glow that came through the door out of the landing, and that just lit up the room enough so that I could see what I was doing, but not too light that it would wake Lila Rose up so that she wouldn't go back to sleep. Number 8 is one that I wish I knew when Lila Rose was a newborn, but I only learnt this about 2 months ago. Basically, whether you have a boy or a girl, there is definitely going to be a time in their lives where you open up that nappy and there will be pee flying everywhere. So the reason they do this is because air hits down below and that just makes them want to pee for some reason. So a little hack that I learned is if you open up the tabs but not open up the nappy fully, you can either run a fresh wipe along their belly, which gives them that cold sensation that makes them want to pee, or you can do what I like to do and just open the nappy slightly, and I like to blow on Lila Rose's belly and also in that area, and that usually does the trick as well. It just saves pee flying everywhere, and you can just close the nappy as you start to see them pee. Number 9 is another one that I feel like new mums need to hear, and I definitely needed to hear this more, and it's actually a really obvious one, and that is to just get support and take naps. I feel like I didn't really listen to this enough when Lila was a newborn, because I felt like when she was napping I should be doing things like bottles and housework, so I never really napped properly. But it kind of goes back to the first point that I made. The housework isn't really that important. Get other people to help you, get support where you can. Honestly, don't feel guilty, just take that help, because seriously, when they do get older, you're not going to get that rest. So do not feel guilty if you are napping when your baby's napping, and do not feel guilty for getting support. And number 10 is the biggest piece of advice, and that is to do what feels right for you. You've probably heard this a million times, but it might just help hearing it from somebody that's like, hello, right here. For some reason, when you have a baby, people around you feel like they need to give their opinion and air their opinion quite a lot. Sometimes those opinions are really helpful and they're things that you might want to take on board, but please don't take on board absolutely everything if it doesn't feel right for you. Everyone says it and you'll probably hear it a million times. You will know your baby better than anybody else. If something doesn't feel right for you, or you're not really sure, or you think that something else would work better, and you've got your baby's best interest at heart, then please do what's right for you. Don't feel pressured into doing what other people are doing or tell you is best for your baby. So that is everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it helps you out as well if you're a new mum or you're just wanting to just watch these videos because you fancy watching these videos. I will also leave a link down in the description for the video that I mentioned in this video, and that is the reality of some mornings video, because I think that would really help some new mums and some mums that are struggling at the moment. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button and you'd like to, then please don't forget to hit it before you leave. It really does help to support my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!